Squarespace Staples, the series where we go through all the basics of using your Squarespace website. Okay, so today we're talking about how to create a blog post in Squarespace. So, of course, you'll want to have your Squarespace site already up and running, at least in the build out phase. And then we're going to go ahead and create a blog if you don't already have one. And to do that, you're just going to go to Home and then Pages. And then you're going to click this little plus button. I would suggest doing it in the main navigation because you probably want your blog to show up here in your main navigation. So click the plus button and then click blog. And then it's going to show up with some layouts here. And you can just go ahead and pick whichever one looks best to you, whichever format. I'm going to go with this one. And then you're going to want to name your blog. So it pre-populated here with blog 2. I'm just gonna say blog. It's perfectly fine to name your blog because that's usually what it's called. If you want to name it something else, that's cool too though. And then here we've got our blog overview page. So this is what it pre-populated with. It's given us 4 example posts to kind of play around with and just see the layout of. We're actually going to come back to this page in a little bit. We're going to go to blog content, and then here we see those 4 example posts, right? So we can click on these and kind of play around with them, tweak them, etc. But I want to show you how to add a brand new post, which is by clicking this plus button. And then it's got this little thing here. I actually don't like this background. So I'm just going to quickly come over here and change that up so we can see it a little bit better. Okay. So we're going to want to enter your post title. And then whatever your blog text is, usually blogs are made of text. And then one other thing I want to point out is this blog page is very similar to every other page on your Squarespace website. So if you hover here, this is our text block, but say you wanted to add an image, you just click the little thing and then all of your regular block types come up. So if you want to add an image or a video or an audio or any of these things, you can, just like any other page on your site. All right, and then just to edit a little bit further, we can click here on this metadata part, and it's going to bring up our settings. There's a couple ways to get to this screen, but for now, we'll just go with this one. So first, we've got content. You'll probably want to add a featured image here, and it's just like any regular upload process. You just click this, then upload whatever file you want to be your featured image. There's a section here for an excerpt, so like kind of a little preview text for your longer blog post, if that makes sense. And then what's really important is you're going to want to obviously change this URL down here because probably you don't want your blog URL to be this. So you're going to name it something that makes sense, like that. And then if you have multiple authors on your site, you can change that here. But I would really focus on your URL, definitely, an excerpt and an image for this section. And then coming over to options, right now we're in a draft status. But when you're ready, you can either schedule this to be published at a later date or publish it now. You can also choose the needs review, but personally, if it's just you like working, publishing your own blog, you don't have a ton of other authors or contributors, these are going to be your main 2 that you'll want to use. In the SEO tab, you've got what this will look like on like Google or any search engine. This is how your post is going to show up. Now, by default, the SEO title and description are blank, but I do recommend adding a title and description for both of these. It's definitely going to help you show up more in search results, if that makes sense, if you can put your keywords in this SEO title and description here. And then for social image, if you want to add an alternate image here, you can. You definitely don't have to. Even Squarespace says it's optional here. That's just something if you want to. And then sharing. So if you're using Squarespace's email campaigns, this is where you can create that draft to send out like a broadcast or a blast to your audience. But what I really want to talk about is connecting this social media part. So on this site, I haven't connected any accounts yet. And if you haven't either, what you can do is connect your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, etc. to your blog. And then once those are connected, you can have your blog posts automatically push to those sites. But what I really want to tell you is Google Search Console, if you connect nothing else, if you don't connect Facebook, Instagram, if you connect nothing else, set up your Google Search Console so that every blog post you publish gets automatically pushed to Google. So that will help your site to be indexed faster by Google, be crawled faster. If you don't know what all that means, just search Google Search Console. It will definitely help you to be found faster and to help the internet basically know what your site is about if you're feeding it information, right? Google is looking for information, you want to be feeding it information. So just a little note, definitely connect your Google Search Console. Okay, so now that we go back to here, we want to continue editing this a little bit because I didn't hit save, my section color didn't save. So let me go ahead and do that. None of my information saved, actually. That's my bad. Okay, we're gonna save again. And then also here, you'll notice you've got publish and schedule options. So if you only hit save and exit, it will remain in that draft status. But if you're ready to publish, then you can hit publish or schedule like we talked about earlier. So now you can see it will show up here. So see how these ones have pictures showing up here? That's that featured image block. And so since we didn't add one, there's nothing here. So that's what that is. And now, so now you know how to add a blog post to your blog. But one more thing I want to show you is this overview page, this blog overview. So this is how your like first page will show up when people click up here on blog or wherever you put this in your navigation. This is the first page they're going to see. So what you can do is format this page as well. Here it is. So edit section. And then what you can do is play around with the layout so you can see how that will look. You can play around and see which one suits your preferences with the spacing, the image size, all this good stuff. And then you can also change the colors separate on this page then in your blog post as well. And of course, don't forget to hit save like I did earlier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, now go update your website and let me know in the comments what other things you're interested in learning about Squarespace. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.